Hello everyone, this is week 2 of 20 time recipes, and this week I'm going to be making green protein spaghetti with chicken breast and then zucchini as the side. So for this recipe I'm going to be using 3 chicken breast, and then I'm going to be slicing these in half later. And then I have 3 cut up and washed zucchinis. I have 3 poblano peppers. These are the big peppers. And I already cut the tail off and I washed and took the seeds out. I have a cup of milk, less fat milk. I have half a block of less fat cream cheese. I have the protein pasta, butter instead of oil, and then I have onion salt, garlic salt, smoked paprika, and then pepper and just salt for the seasoning. So yeah. Okay, so I have water boiling for the pasta, and I think the first thing I'm gonna do is boil my pasta because I think that's gonna take the most time. And then while that's cooking, I'm gonna cut up my chicken and season it, and then cut up my peppers to make the sauce. I'll be back. Okay, so here's my boiling water. I'm just gonna drop the pasta in. I don't know if I'm supposed to like break it in half, but I'm not gonna do that because I've heard that you're not supposed to. I'm just gonna leave it and then keep checking on it to make sure it doesn't overcook. Okay, so this is the setup that I came up with. I know this is kind of in the way, but like there's no other way that I can hold my phone and do this at the same time. So right here I have the 3 chicken breasts. They're already all cleaned and ready to season and cut. But before I season them, I'm just gonna slice them in half, like. Okay, so here's my chicken. I already sliced it in half. Now I'm gonna season it with garlic salt, onion salt, smoked paprika, and a little bit of pepper. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna season it the same way on the other side, and I'll be back. Okay, so now that my chicken is all seasoned, I just put a little bit of butter in a pan, and I'm gonna wait for it to be hot enough, and then I'm gonna put my chicken in. Also, I forgot to mention this, but for the ingredients, you're also going to need a tablespoon of chicken stock dissolved in hot water. So, yeah, you're going to be using this for the sauce. So now that my chicken is ready and my pan is all hot, I'm going to transfer the chicken into the pan and check on the pasta to make sure that it doesn't overcook. Okay, so here's my chicken. It looks pretty good. I couldn't fit all of it in here, but I'll just wait for this to cook and then I'll put the rest. And then my pasta is still cooking. I'm just gonna keep checking on it to make sure that it doesn't like overcook. And while the chicken is cooking, I'm just gonna prep my peppers and everything I'm gonna need for the sauce. Slice all my peppers into small pieces so that they fit into the blender and they don't get stuck. And if you have a big blender, you could do like bigger pieces, but I don't have a big blender, so this is what I'm gonna have to do. So since I do have a small blender, I don't have like a big blender. For the sauce, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna blend it little by little. But what you wanna do is just put some of the peppers, some of the milk, and some of the chicken stock that you dissolved in hot water. You're gonna put it in your blender and you're just gonna blend it all together. And since I only have this small blender, I'm just gonna keep doing that until all my ingredients are basically gone. And that's gonna be my sauce. Okay, so now while my sauce is blending and my chicken is cooking, I'm just gonna take the pasta out of the water. And you don't wanna overcook it because you're still gonna cook it a little bit more in the green sauce. So I'm just gonna take this out and drain the water and put it to the side. Here's what my sauce is looking like, and I'm just gonna be repeating the same process. So a little bit of peppers and a little bit of chicken stock, and then just a splash of milk. And I'm just gonna keep doing the same until all my ingredients are gone. So yeah. So I finished blending all my sauce, and I have my spaghetti all ready and drained. And right now, I'm just waiting for the chicken to finish cooking because it's surprisingly taking a long time. And while that cooks, I'm just going to get a little pan ready and I'm going to season my zucchini with salt and pepper. and I'm gonna start cooking this. So here I have my zucchini. I seasoned it with pepper and garlic salt, and I'm just gonna put it in this little pan with butter. And while that cooks, I'm gonna start on my sauce in the same pan that I made the chicken in. I took the chicken out, and this is what it looks like. It looks pretty good, so yeah. Now I'm just gonna put this in here, and while this cooks, I'm gonna start on the sauce. So here I have my zucchini with the butter, and I'm just gonna stir them around occasionally so that they don't burn. And then in my pan where I cooked my chicken, I have it on simmer right now. I'm just gonna slowly add my sauce. It's so green. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna add my sauce, and then I'm also gonna add the half a block of cream cheese that I talked about earlier. And then I'm gonna have to stop the video to stir this around occasionally, but I'll show the process once this is all melted and my zucchini is ready. This is the progress I've made. Just keep stirring patiently until all your cream cheese has dissolved. And also don't let your zucchini burn, because we don't want more zucchini. But yeah, I'll be back once this is all blended and ready for the pasta. Here's my sauce. It looks a little bit chunky because the cream cheese for some reason doesn't want to dissolve all the way. But once I add the pasta, I could mix it a little bit more roughly and it'll all mix in. It looks kind of nasty on camera, but in real life it has like a really nice shade of green. But yeah, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add my pasta in like so. Oh, make sure you don't splash yourself. And then I'm gonna mix this around and let it simmer for a little bit more. And make sure your zucchinis don't burn, because mine are taking forever to cook. And yeah, I'll be back. Zucchini out because it's looking a little soggy. And here I have my pasta. I'm just gonna let it sit in the sauce for a little bit longer so it can cook completely, because I remember I didn't let it cook all the way because I didn't want it to get too soggy once I put it in the sauce. So now that it's in the sauce, I'm just gonna let it sit in here for a little bit so that it can absorb all the flavor. And then once I think it's ready, it's gonna be all ready to plate. So yeah. Okay, so this is what everything looks like in better lighting. It looks pretty good in my opinion. I did taste the sauce and it tastes really, really good. The only thing I would do differently is the zucchini. I think I would put it in a flat pan like this instead of like all bunched up, because now it looks like some of them got overcooked and some of them didn't. But besides that, everything looks really, really good. Now I'm just gonna let it cool down a little bit, and it's gonna be all ready to be plated and eaten. Okay, so here's how everything looks plated and ready to be sent off. I'll be putting the exact ingredients and all the macros in the description. And the measurements that I used were for 4 servings. So yeah, I hope this recipe was helpful. It was a little bit like all over the place for me. I feel like more than the first time, because it was just like really new to me and I was having a lot of trouble with this spaghetti and recording and doing everything at the same time. But it was really fun, and I still look forward to next week's recipe. So yeah.